Hey Run Junkies, welcome to episode 8 of Star Wars Rival Run Virtual Challenge Training. It is Monday, January 18th, and I am out for a 75-minute run. These runs are getting longer. It's going to be kind of a fun week. Lots of fun changes happening this week. So stick around, please like and subscribe. We're going to have some fun this week. All right, something a little different this week. So today is week 2 of block 2. So the workouts are getting a little bit longer. We're adding a little bit more speed work, not a whole lot. But today is 75 minutes of pickups on steroids. And here is what that is all about. Okay, so now that we are in block 2, that is weeks 7 through 11. That's about 5 weeks. We are kind of taking the workouts from the first 6 weeks and changing them slightly in the second block. First variation on the theme is going to be your easy effort 60 minutes with pickups on steroids. Easy effort 60 minutes, pickup on steroids. It's very much the same as the easy effort with pickups in the first block. We're just doing them more frequently. So, and the warm-up is a little bit longer. So we have a 12-minute warm-up. Now that is my conversion for mileage. When something is listed in mileage, I will convert it to a 12-minute mile. So that's my warm-up, nice and easy, under 140 beats per minute. Then 14 times I'm going to do this set. Now in the plan, it converts to about every quarter of a mile or so. So for 2 minutes and 40 seconds, I'm running at under 140 beats per minute. Then for 20 seconds, I'm picking it up to a 10K, repeat 14 sets of that. Then I cool down for 6 minutes. That is the easy effort with pickups on steroids. It's the same thing, just a lot more frequently. It's been a little bit stressful this morning because we have painters in the basement. They are changing up the Carolina parakeet color on the walls in the basement. So we're getting a nice fresh coat of paint. All right, so that one's done. 75 minutes, pickups on steroids. That's a long run, you guys. When we get into these longer sessions, I mean, for a lot of people, 60 minutes is already long. And there are days where those 60-minute runs, which is kind of my norm, that's hard to do. 75 minutes, that's tough. It's kind of like you have to reset your commitment level on that. This morning, it's a bit cool, it's breezy. Those are snow clouds that aren't really committed to snowing. I've seen a couple of flakes in the air, but it was more like snow. All right, good morning. It's Tuesday morning and I decided, you know, it's gloomy and gross outside. We've got school today, online learning. So instead of muscling out to get out for a run, and since we don't have our treadmill accessible right now because the painters are coming for a second day today, I'm just gonna do some yoga. It's gonna get a little crazy here because my son goes back to hybrid learning, which means that sometimes he's at home online and sometimes he's actually in a classroom with other students. So we're learning a new system this week, which is fine, but it's going to take a lot of patience and focus for us, I think, this week. So that's the plan. I'm going to get some yoga done. Check in with you in a bit. So for the 4th time in less than a year, we are relearning how to go to school. Well, all of the links to his Google Meets had changed and all of this stuff. So I've spent this morning so far making sure that he's in the right place and why isn't he in the right place. And all of a sudden he has Spanish again when he hasn't had it all term. So it's a little weird. So we were trying to get to the bottom of it, but I just have to say that the teachers and the administrators are probably up to their eyeballs in emails and phone calls. So I'm trying to be as patient as possible. Okay guys, Heather the Bonehead here. Can you believe it? So I'm on my way to help my husband drop off his truck. I'm following him in my car. so I can give him a ride back. I leave the garage first, and I'm pulling out of the driveway, and you know, he's pulling out of the garage right behind me, and force of habit, didn't even know I did it, but I closed the garage door on his truck. I'm such an amazing human being. I am so smart. Wow, you guys. So, you know, the truck's fine. The garage door broke. So let's just add that to the thing of the things that I need to do. So, yeah, bonehead. With Monday being a holiday, I forget what day it is, but I think today is Wednesday. And today is my son's first day, 100% in-person learning, not just support group, but he's in a classroom with teachers, and he is in school as we speak. Crossing my fingers, sending up prayers that that's going to continue to be a thing. I wasn't into it today. I just didn't feel like coming out for a run. I have 1,000 other things I'm trying to get done, but I said, you know what? I'll feel better if I get out for this run. I need to force myself to do this run. I may not enjoy it. Maybe I will. But I almost never regret going out for a run, no matter how it feels. But look at today. Look at this sky. I mean, how could you not go out? I can't tell you how good it feels to pick up my son from school. It's really quite refreshing. Yes, it is Thursday the 21st, just at the end of the school day, but what's weird is that we still have a lot of day left. I did a 60-minute recovery run on the treadmill this morning. So what's really interesting to me is that I find victory in the fact that I kept my heart rate under 120 beats per minute most of that run, even though I didn't even hit 3 miles. So, hey, I'm calling it a win. New color. And it's also very loud in here because there's nothing in here right now to soak up the sound. So it's gonna be a little noisy. But yeah, new paint color in the Pain Cave basement. So obviously nothing on the floor except for my Bosu ball. Later on today or tomorrow, I'm going to pull everything back in here now that the painters are done. Right now, I'm getting on the treadmill for a 75-minute run, and I'm gonna do some strength training after that, and then I'm done. Tomorrow's my long run. But yeah, welcome to the Pain Cave. Good morning. Saturday the 23rd. I am out for my long run. It's exactly the same as it was last week, except for the fact that it's a little chillier this morning. It's about 20 degrees colder this morning than it was last week. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get it done. And I could tell last night, going back to the weather this morning, I could tell when I went to bed last night, it was bright and clear. The stars were out, and my first thought was, oh yeah, it's gonna be cold in the morning. Okay, I'm about an hour in, and man, I'm on the struggle bus today. I feel like I'm just kind of, like my heart rate's staying really low, but I'm stiff, cold, and it's just It's kind of sore for no real good reason. Just, I'm feeling it today. So, like I said, I'm an hour in. I'll start my free run section. No heart rate cap for 30 minutes. And then I've got 30 minutes of easy after that. But, ooh, I knew this morning when I walked out the door that 2 hours was going to feel really long. Whew. I'm going to get it done. Nice thing is that I have at least an hour of the return trip, so I'm kind of forced into doing it. Strategy. Yeah, that was definitely a struggle. Doing my 5-minute walking cool down right now. I got to a point in the last 20 minutes or so where I'm literally counting cracks in the sidewalk. Okay, run 50 cracks in the sidewalk and walk 10. Or light poles. Okay, run 5 light poles and walk for 1. It's a really good mental tool to get you through the rest of your run, especially when you are struggling like that. Of course, it's my own stupid fault because I went for a 3-mile walk yesterday afternoon. Probably should have stayed off my feet, but you know, there's a virtual Garmin badge with my name on it. I'm not saying it's the smartest move. I'm just saying that yes, sometimes I am tempted by the virtual badges. Okay, I'm gonna go inside, warm up, because I'm freezing. The sun came out, but it is still pretty dang cold. So, finish off my workout. Got some strength training foam rolling to do, and then I will wrap it up.
And isn't this great how washed out I look? So the lighting still isn't all that great. The pain cave is put back together. At least the exercise equipment is put back in where I think it's gonna go. It's not quite done yet. We have a little bit more work to do. We actually have some equipment that we want to purchase and add to this space. We aren't done with it by any stretch of the imagination because that little alcove over there, that's where the Legos are gonna go. I'm not even touching that today. Not gonna do it, just not gonna happen. But that's going to do it for this week for the Star Wars Rival Run Virtual Challenge, week 8 of training. It was a pretty good week, very busy. Next week is going to look a lot different for me though, so please like and subscribe, tell your friends, hit that notification bell. Speaking of virtuals, the Star Wars Rival Run Virtual Half Marathon medal came out. It's starting to get very confusing and I'm not going to get into it, but basically there would have been a virtual half marathon anyway this winter, and that medal is a spinner Death Star medal. I'm really excited about it, even though it was just an animated kind of mock-up of it. I think it's going to be very cool, especially if it's anything like last year's Chewbacca medal. That was enormous, and it was a very nice, very weighty medal, and I was really excited to get that. I have 2 questions for you today. What do you think of that Death Star spinner medal, and would you like to see a video on what's here in the pain cave? Please leave thoughts, questions, comments, and suggestions in the comment section down below. That's going to be it for me today, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, remember, you have no limits. May the force be with you, and Ahsoka lives.